Right now we're at IMOCA. There are 2 exhibits going on right now that I've curated. In the Name of Love, which features art mostly by Slava Mogatin, Russian artist based out of New York City, and another section from Superm, which is his art project with his partner Brian Kenny. The other exhibit is Ted Onk, and it features work from the project called This Is Not About You, #2. 3 video pieces, very intense, very beautiful. I'm currently the editor-in-chief of Humanize magazine, and I got into this position because I met with Shate Marsh from IMOCA. Like I said, she's the executive director, and she saw the magazine. She thought that the art that we had was really great. We had a conversation here in Fountain Square, and yeah, she asked me to curate a show, and I did. And it definitely overlaps with the magazine. It just overlaps because I have an immense love for art in general, contemporary art, especially. And I've been in touch with a lot of artists, so in that sense, it definitely overlaps. Slava's portion is all analog photography, shot with a Holga camera, which is a small 4x4 format film camera. The Superm portion, which is the part that he did with his partner Brian Kenny, that is actually digital with, it's mixed. It has illustration on the photograph, and it's really incredible. Slava Mogatin is this very well-known artist who happens to be gay, who happens to accidentally have turned into this icon for gay rights, and he didn't even try. You know, he was just someone who was exiled from Russia for his political and what they called, like the Russian government called some homosexual propaganda. He's actually charged with that. So in a way, he's trying to, you know, I guess he's not trying to, but his work shows a different view of what, I don't want to say that every single person in central Indiana or anywhere in the Midwest thinks exactly like this, but I mean, there's still so many taboos about homosexuality and about being, different in general, that this was definitely something that needed to be kind of put in the face of, people who wouldn't usually get a chance to look at art by a homosexual artist who happens to be a homosexual. He's not the gay artist by any means. With Ted Onk, her sister Pim, who you can see in the exhibition, she has Down syndrome. In the 3 videos, one of them, she's in this pool, she's very vulnerable, she's very just susceptible to anything, and you can tell that Ted is talking to her, telling her to wait, because she's like, very angsty. And then the other one is Pim writing, and so you're seeing her vision through, the camera, because Pim's not actually looking, or she's not actually aware. It looks like she kind of glances back, but she doesn't. She just keeps going, in writing. And the third one is my favorite. It's the horse one, because she's in power, or it appears as though she's in power, and I love that. I didn't even think of it this way, and then Ted told me, these are 3 very different pieces, and I do feel like she's in power when she's looking down, and I think it's really beautiful. It really opened a dialogue, about someone with Down syndrome, and it made people talk, whether, like I said, it was something just saying it was a brilliant idea, or, Shate Marsh mentioned that there were 2 little girls here who, when they saw the videos, their first reaction was like, oh, she's ugly, and I'm sure that her parents, had to talk about, what it means to have something like Down syndrome and what it does. So the idea of a dialogue about it is really interesting and really, a great thing that's come out of it. So this is also a way for the rest of us to get a glimpse into that part of, a family's life who has someone, with Down syndrome. I've tried to tell everyone that they're 2 different exhibitions, but that's just, it's not even right. They both kind of bring, forth this like this atypical image of love, and like I said, normality and beauty, and how to carry out these different feelings and in action. So I guess I don't really, I want the experience to be just an individual thing. I don't want to, pose like a situation for people. I want people to have their own experience. I want people to come into IMOCA with just a very open mind.